Hello and welcome to Bring It On Love World Plus. I am Ito Imo Edet, standing in for Ambrose Ezewani. Today on Bring It On, our focus is on the justice delivery system in Nigeria. Well, last week, Nigerians were outraged because of a most ridiculous judgment given by an Abuja High Court. Mr. John Yakubu Yusuf, one of the 8 civil servants accused of stealing 40 billion naira from the Nigerian Police Pension Fund. He was sentenced to a 2-year on each of the 3-count charge with an option of paying a fine of 750,000 naira. Now, a sum the convict promptly paid and regained his freedom. The development was sequel to the guilty plea where Yusuf admitted that he stole 23 billion naira from the police pension funds. Well, these and other issues that affect our judiciary that we'll be looking at. Well, we can make the judiciary and how we can make it effective. Now, you can also join us on our social media, UCOS and Facebook pages to post all your comments and suggestions. www.ucos.com/bringitonlp www.facebook.com/bringitonTV show. And my guests are here. Well, sitting next to me from my immediate left is a legal practitioner and a very much friend of the house. He is Barrister Malaki Ogumado. Thank you so much, Barrister, for coming on the show.
I'm delighted to be here.
And of course, a social commentator very well known in the Nigerian polity, particularly if you remember the January 1, 2012 incidents, the massive protests in Nigeria. He was very much involved in it. He is Mr. Yinka Odumakin. Thank you so much. I hope I can stretch my hand. All right. Yeah. Welcome so much.
Thank you.
Well, gentlemen, justice delivery system in Nigeria. You heard my introduction. And of course, the outrage last week on every media, both on the social media, television stations, the newspaper, radio. Well, at the same time, I also want us to look at other laughable judgment. Well, first of all, we have that of Tafa Balogun, the former Inspector General of Police. We have that of Cecilia Ibru, and of course, even the Bode Judge, which is still more recent. Let's look at it. Why all this? And if you would say the challenges, are they insurmountable? Mr. Odumake, let me start with you.
Well, I think justice on trial in Nigeria, and it's a reflection of the fact that our justice administration system has become a refuge for crooks and criminals. It's a kind of institution where if you want to escape the short arms of the law in Nigeria, join the league of big thieves. Because if you operate as a small or petty crooks, the law will play, the arm of the law is so short, so it will catch you. And you see it everywhere. The big, even look at, if you're driving on a road, you see the policemen. When you see somebody that's driving a Okada or a car that's not park, there. But when they see a big car, a flashy car, they say, oh, you see that they drop their light, they begin to, how are you, sir? Your boys are here. And the judiciary is now doing your boys are here to big-time crooks and criminals in Nigeria. And it didn't just start with this Yusuf. Interestingly, the guy who combined, John Yusuf, you know, he combined both.
Christian.
It didn't start with him. Don't forget that we're in this country where Peter Odili got a perpetual injunction that nobody should investigate him since 2007 up to now. You see, enjoy that injunction up to now. He's writing books now, and they're serializing the books.
Yes.
Writing history. Writing history. Now it's on the same country that we had the case of Lucky Gminedo. 3 months, 3 million naira. In fact, he had the money in his pocket when it was coming to court. Immediately pronounced it, just pay the money, walk away, and it's a free man to do it. It's another statement now. You have the case of most of the governors, ministers, and others who have tried to come since 2007. How many of them have been convicted? Minus the case of Bode Judge, who has been convicted of corruption in this country. So, the case of John Yusuf, is the fact that, you know, just like the government did in January 2012, January 1, when they increased price of petroleum products on 1st of January, we were thinking that the Nigerians, they won't do anything. The same thing happened this time around, but that judge did not put into factor that Nigerians will be this incensed and outraged. The day after this man was given 12,000 naira fine, a man was convicted for stealing handsets worth 7,000 naira. He was given 3 years imprisonment. Surely, in Abeokuta, a man stole some vegetables worth 1,000 naira. Was given 2 years imprisonment. Sometimes in October last year in Plateau State, one man was sentenced to death for robbing somebody of 1,070 naira. Now, the billionaire thieves, they are our statesmen. I mean, look at yesterday, the flag of the centenary jamboree. Most of the people there were people who should be behind bars. Many of the people there were people who should be back for corruption in decent life.
Let me hold you on there, sir. Barrister, how do you feel being a member of that system and knowing that there's so much rage among Nigerians and the fact that your profession is not delivering? Nigerians are not even seeing it as the last hope of the common man.
Without exonerating ourselves as lawyers, or at the risk of exonerating ourselves as lawyers, I'd like to enter a caveat that would draw some form of distinction between that arm of government and an association that operates in a particular arm of government. And by that, I mean the judiciary and the bar, the Nigerian Bar Association, where we belong as professionals, lawyers, which is the judiciary that constitutes the third arm of government. I am not trying to exonerate ourselves because we've seen by far more devastating stories among and within the ranks of these so-called lawyers, albeit senior lawyers.
Well, indeed, we cannot overrule that fact. Nigerians must begin to have confidence in the judicial system. And before that happens, the judiciary itself must wake up to the daily call. Well, we have been looking at the justice delivery system in Nigeria. And my guests have been Mr. Barrister Malaki Ogumadu and Mr. Yinka Odumaki, a social commentator. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. And we hope to do this again with other stories which you'll be hearing. And of course, also want to thank the fact that you've been making effort in making Nigerians understand these things as regards the law. Well, a big thank you to everybody that has been part of the production. I am Ito Umoedet, standing in for Ambrose Ezewan. He'll be here, God's willing, next week. Keep in touch. Bye for now.